Hi, thank you for inviting me to come over. I'm happy to be here. Taiwan is my first time, and I would like to share with you the topic of sharing surprises in a night market. That's the overall topic. But what I was planning to do is specifically talk about 3 items shortly here. The first one is introduction to Python for Series 60, which we will be using for prototyping mobile applications based on the ideas of the students, ideas what you have for applications for the night market. And so I will introduce shortly the toolkit here. And then as a second part, I'd like to show you some of my own projects, just as inspiration for you, what I've been doing in the past with mobile. And also I will show a few videos of other people, what they have been doing in my workshops previously. And then shortly we will look into a tutorial, very shortly. That's about it, those 3 parts I'd like to cover in this presentation. So first one, Python for Series 60 on the Nokia smartphone. Python for Series 60, I say it's a toolkit, and it's a shortcut from the inspiration of an idea to the implementation, right? We have lots of ideas, hopefully, for our mobile applications, and we want to implement them during this weekend. So Python is a toolkit which allows us to do that, to implement some of our ideas very quickly. So this toolkit is good for rapid prototyping of mobile applications and also making proof of concept. So we have a very short development time. It's easy to learn, and it's easy to understand syntax, and we have a fast iterative design cycle. Now, I'd like to introduce Python a bit more. What is it? Basically, I don't know, can I ask shortly who is familiar with Python as a programming language? All right, a few of them, yeah. So basically, Python is a programming language. It's open source, and it's an interpreted language. And what has happened during the last 1.5 years is Nokia has used this programming language, and they put it on the mobile phone. And now with this programming language, we can very quickly build mobile applications, roughly said like this. So what happens is we have a little interpreter application running on the phone, and we write a little script, just a few lines of code, and then we can make that code run. So we can program whole applications. I just thought to show you some example code here. So these 3 lines of code up there, they basically make that application happen to be seen on the phone, what you see here on the snapshots on the right. So the first one is a text input field, and the other one is a pop-up node. So just with these 3 lines of code, this is happening. But we'll learn more about these things among the participants in our workshop during the next days. So Python allows simply to make very powerful client-server applications. And what you need as a user is just some scripting language. So if you have done some PHP programming or some action script from Flash or something like this, then you can program also Python for Series 60. So what I thought to do now is show you a series of examples via a video, just to show you how powerful Python for Series 60 is. And these are examples of workshops what I did either with our university student of art and design in Helsinki. So these are more art and design oriented students, people who have creativity. And then a few other examples I want to show you. They are results of a workshop which I gave earlier in the year with Yahoo in California, with Yahoo staff and students from Berkeley University. Okay. So
the general idea is to allow someone to upload an image of a sign from community countries over and pursue that transition backward. Calling it where it's here, and the framework for social sign translation, street signs. So basically the first thing you would do would be on the street, a stranger in the street sign, understand the sign, you would take a picture of it, I name it. Just give it some simple for now. And I want to upload it. I could retake it if I wasn't satisfied, and I want to translate it to English. So
this would be a very useful tool for me here in Taiwan.
Upload it to the server. You'll actually see it here on this website, which is already someone wanted this translated in Spanish, so they're walking around and understand it. Someone actually went in and translated it. So you have to see the side with the actual translation, who submitted it, who's submitted it, and give it a rating.
Right, okay. This is done by the community, or by the web community?
Right, exactly, yeah. So people can be monitoring either the website or this RSS feed. So that's actually coming live from the website. So I took some links on the website. It actually is broadcast. Okay, so that's something just looked at. So I'm someone who wants to translate it. I can go in for translation. It told me that the translation has been sent to mobile. Okay, there it is.
So you can set translation on your side. Or just spot where you are, somewhere in the city or anywhere. This is party game?
So that you can like the hell out of your friends as well. And that's no problem. And know that you actually have to remember what the status of the game is because the computer will understand.
So what do you shoot at somebody?
You shoot somebody,
Yeah, over the course of a meeting, let's say your friend's talking to somebody and you said to shoot them, and the server decides you hit them, and then you hit them, and their phone should alert, and then they have a drink.
have you ever been in a situation where you shoot your friend? Well, imagine your friend is talking to some girl.
You choose who you're going to shoot at, so I'll shoot it down. And then you're going to shoot at somebody who's players in the game. Yeah. And that's all I have. Oh, I shot myself. So you're going to yeah, first great.
Okay, so this might be maybe leading to some idea maybe for the night market when you roam around with a group of friends. Maybe you can shoot at each other or trigger surprises with images or little video clips, or I don't know. You can come up with some idea. Then another video I wanted to show you is also from the Yahoo workshop, and in this one, it's an application which connects to many different web services, like to Flickr, where you upload pictures, to Yahoo Maps, to a social event calendar. Maybe if you go to Nightmarket with your friends, you want to first sign up in the social events calendar, and with your mobile you can check maybe who has signed up, and you can agree on meeting times and that sort of things. So this is here just one example of what this guy has been programming for a social events calendar in California, and maybe we'll have a quick look also on this one.
This is my application I built in Python. It took me about 3 days, and it's called upcoming.org mobile hack. Information straight. Connect over GPRS to upcoming web services API. Upcoming is an events calendar, a social events calendar that lets you sign up for events and see what other people and friends and other people are attending events. So here's a list of events from the upcoming site that I've signed up for in the future. My app is divided into upcoming events in the future, the event I'm at this very moment, and events that I've been to in the past. So starting with events that are upcoming in the future, I've signed up for these 5 events. So here's a concert coming up at my house. I can see details of the venue, at which the concert takes place. I can get a list of people already indicated that they're attending the event. And then I can get a profile of each of those persons. So here's my own profile. You can get the photo, some other information about the person. Go back to the venue. I can get a map to the venue.
So this application connects directly to Yahoo Maps. in real time.
The venue. And then lastly, you can call the venue, watch the phone, or you can add your calendar, phone calendar. So the next category is events that are happening right at this moment. So this is the event that we're at right now today. So similar to events, I can see details about the venue. Then I can also do a scan for people using Bluetooth scan. So I'm in and I know other people are around. I'll do a Bluetooth scan if my friends have their devices. I'll see the Bluetooth and then shutting up.
So within the range of about 10 meters you can see and check who's around, even if you can't see them. Okay, so he takes a photo and he uploads this to Flickr, which is a photo sharing web service, and mobile connects directly to that web service and puts the picture there, and then all your friends basically can look at those pictures or fetch them down back to the mobile. The next two applications I want to show you, these are applications which I did with art and design students, and so just a second. No. Which I did at our University of Art and Design. And those ones are more artistic, of artistic nature. And so just a second, I have to put this down. And it's interesting to see that the outcome of people from art and design, they have completely different ideas in what one can do with mobile, but also they can implement it in the same way, just with Python for Series 60 as the engineering people actually do. So the first one I want to show you is a project which Hello. Okay, students take images and with a mobile, and they upload it to a server. And in this case, what they're going to do, they take pictures one picture which looks like an eye, and the other one which looks like a mouth. And then on the website, basically, you can see faces. And this is how it looks. Just a second. So here you can see faces. And what you do, you take your mobile and you take a picture of something which looks round, which you think could be an eye. Okay, you take the picture and then you're asked whether it should be declared as an eye or a mouth. You choose one, you press OK, and then it goes to the server. And the same for mouth. And so the database is full. You can see the two eyes up there and the mouth. These are just images taken by the mobile phone out there. Okay. So another quick example I want to show you is about physical computing, using your mobile to talk to some electronics. Maybe you can control a motor, or you can read sensor data, or you can write some text and put it on the big billboard. And this is what this guy has been doing. Okay. This one. So it's a microcontroller stamp and uses Bluetooth chip. And with the phone you can use also Bluetooth to communicate with the Bluetooth chip on the microcontroller. You type some text on the mobile, and then it goes on the display. Just simple application like this. Okay. So now I want to go back to the presentation here. So what I was trying to do is to show you what one can do with mobile phones and with Python for Series 60. You have an idea and you can implement it quite fast. And Python is offering a very rich set of functionality. Here are just a few examples of user interfaces. And these user interfaces you can just create with few lines of code. So there's a menu, forms, input fields, lists, etc. And the last one down there on the right is a user interface just created with images. So also with Python, it allows you to make own graphics, completely own graphics for your user interface. And hopefully during this weekend, some of you, we will make also our own interfaces. Let's see. I quickly run over some of the capabilities to show you how powerful Python is. You can do a lot of graphical user interface stuff. You can do graphics. You can use images in full canvas mode, keyboard keys. You can take photos. You can record sound. And you can connect to the network. You can download video. You can upload a video, share images, etc. You can read location ID and so on. Now I quickly want to show two projects of mine. The first one I want to show you is called MobiLenin, the middle one. And this is a research project which I did last year. And it has two components. The first one is a public display, a big one. And you use personal mobile phone to interact with the content on the public display. And with the mobile, it is so that a whole group of people, many people at the same time, can interact with a public display. And in this case, as a content on the big display, I have an interactive music video. And I will show you quickly a video, so you will better understand how this whole concept works. So I have 6 different performance styles of the musician. So sometimes he cannot sing, but then he can sing, and then less clothed performs crazy. And also people can turn the artist into a skeleton. So this is an experimental evaluation I did in a pub. People have their mobile phone in their hand, and there's a public display. And what happens is the big display says vote now, and then automatically in everybody's phone it makes beep, and you get the notice voting on, and then a menu gets opened for you automatically with different choices of performance styles of the artist, and then your vote is counted. And shortly after, the system counts all the votes, and it's changing to the performance style what majority of the people have voted. And as you saw, there was a winner declared. So this guy is a winner, and he gets a coupon on the phone. So if there are enough people who have voted, then the system automatically will trigger a winner. Okay. So, very simple system. It's a client-server system. It's very easy to use, and you can give people different choices at different times. And you can do it with large group of people, but also a small group of people. And the interesting thing here is with a large public display, you have a great conceptual power. You can put rich graphics there and big things. but with a phone, the screen is very small. So what my approach is simply we can use the mobile for interaction to facilitate this multi-user interaction, like with large screen or with other people in a group, for example. Shortly, I want to talk about my approach. What I usually take with my projects, it's simply drawing my ideas from my artistic approaches, and then I turn those ideas into technical solutions or research projects. So it's not that I say there is a great technology, what can I do with it? Rather to say, what do I want to do artistically? How does it fit into how do human aspects fit in there? Because I want to see the human as the center. And then I develop the technology around that. So basically, it's making proof of concept by rapid prototyping, getting the mobile in your hand, you code and you test out your application, and then you put this application into the user's hands in the true environment of use, and then you get feedback for the design of new, appealing, and also original art pieces in this case. Then I want to show you one more project shortly. It's called Mobile Art Block, and this is a tool I use as my travel journey when I travel around the world. I travel quite a bit these days to different countries, and what I do, I take my mobile phone out when I get stimulated by some shapes, some colors, some interesting things when I walk through the city, or like also last night in the night market. I take a little image, and then I create a pattern with that image on the whole screen on my mobile, and I press one button and it goes straight to my art block. So what I want to show you now is some of my experiences from last night in the night market. So this is my art block, and so these ones are the images what I've been taking. So there's the timestamp goes with it, and also some metadata. It goes up when together with the picture. So these are the pictures what I've created, like last night when walking through the night market. And I just want to show you this overview here. Takes a bit time. So this is my way of doing. When I went to the night market, to get my experience in such a way that I take out my mobile and I create art images, basically recording my overall experience in the night market, and using the colors and using the shapes for creating pieces like this. So these are all created last night in the night market. And what I found interesting is that all of my images, they have these patterns, okay? But I found your language, when you write, it's always very structured. So it was hard for me sort of to use some of the characters as input for these art images. But I found it very colorful at the night market, lively. People have fun there. They are a lot with friends, I think. They sit down and they talk a lot. And that was interesting experience in that sense. So thinking about mobile technology, maybe group interaction type of applications might be interesting. Sharing with your friends, something like this. Okay. Now, as a final thing, I want to look quickly at the tutorial for those ones who can't come to the mobile workshop. I thought to mention this here, and the website is called mobilenin.com, and all the videos I have shown today, they are found also from this website, and also there is the tutorial for the toolkit I introduced at the very beginning, which we can use to easily program mobile applications. So in case you can't come to the workshop and want to go at home or in your university to this website, you can learn yourself to program this. All you need is a Nokia smartphone. Unfortunately, this software runs at the moment only on Nokia smartphones, maybe in the future on more phones. You need a phone, and then you can instantly program these applications, and they run on the phone. So I just thought to show you the tutorial here. You learn the basics about UI widget, sending SMS, receiving SMS, sound recording, taking a picture, and those sort of things you can find there. Okay, so I think I'm at the end. All right, thank you.